Hello students, I am Dr. Rajneesh Kumar, working as Associate Professor in Noida Institute of Engineering and Technology, Greater Noida. So, in last few lectures we have covered almost all the topics of unit first of pharmaceutical organic chemistry. Third subject code is BP401T. In the last the topic remains in this particular unit is the chiral molecules reaction or reaction of the chiral molecules. Again very important molecules. So, we have discussed in detail about the optical isomerism, enantiomer, diastereomerism, chiral molecules, chiral carbon, then racemic modification, then racemization, then prochirality have also been discussed. In the last lecture we have discussed about the asymmetric synthesis, different type of asymmetric synthesis, that is partial asymmetric synthesis and the absolute asymmetric synthesis. Series specific reactions can was also discussed. So, in the last we are going to discuss about the reactions of chiral molecules. Okay. The chiral molecules are those which are having chiral centers. Okay. So, in this particular lecture we discuss the reaction of chiral molecules, in which we see that what happens when chiral molecules reacts. Okay. That particular study will help us to know about the information about the reaction mechanism when reaction occurs at the chiral molecules. Okay. When reaction occur with the molecules, chiral molecules, but chiral atoms are not involved. Okay. When reaction occur, but that does not generate any new chiral atoms. So, all these types of reactions we will discuss in this particular lectures. Okay. So, in short, as you can see in the slide, chiral molecules can give three types of general reaction. Number 1, reaction that occur at the chiral carbons. Okay. Number 2, reaction that do not involve the chiral atoms. Number 3, reaction that generate a new chiral atoms. Okay. Number 1, so reaction as a chiral atoms. So, three types of reaction we can get in this particular category of the chiral molecule reaction. Number 1, inversion of configuration. Number 2, racemization of the configuration. Number 3, retention of the configuration. Okay. So, do not worry, all the topics have been studied by you already in the second semester of the AK2 syllabus organic chemistry. Okay. When I am talking about inversion of configuration, means the one enantiomer is converted into another enantiomer. Okay. If taxirotatory isomer is there, it is converted into levorotatory. If R isomer is there, it is converted into S isomer. If capital D conformation are there, then it is converted into L form. Okay. So, a particular type of reactions, these all happen, means inversion occur. In the next class of reaction which occur at the chiral atoms, racemization of the configuration occur, means if I am having a pure enantiomer as a substrate, after the reaction that substrate molecule which converted into the racemic modification. Okay. So, racemization occur. In the third type of reaction, retention of configuration, means if I am having the R form of the enantiomer as a substrate molecule in the starting of the molecule, the product will also have the R configuration in the last of the reaction. So, again repeating, inversion of configuration occur, a substrate molecule having a particular suppose R configuration, the product is having S configuration at the last of the reaction. In racemization, pure enantiomer is converted into the racemic modification, and retention of configuration means the product and the substrate is having the same configuration. Okay. So, how these things happen we will see one by one. Here very simple and very good examples. Suppose we are having R2 chlorobutane. Okay. are 2 chlorobutenes. How can we decide it is R? So, you know the sequence rule, you know the priority, how the priority can be given. So, you can see there first priority given to Cl, okay, the second priority given to this carbon ethyl group, third is there and fourth is there, okay, and we have to leave the last priority groups after that like this. So, the rotation occurs in clockwise direction, it is confirmed that it is a R isomer. Now, R isomer. Okay. Now, what happens? Suppose chlorobutane alkyl halides, it can undergo either SN1 reaction or SN1 reaction or SN2 reactions. SN1 reaction or SN2. So, just remember, in SN1 reactions, substitution nucleophilic first order reaction. The reaction will takes place in 2 steps. In first step, intermediate carbocation will be formed. Okay. In the second step, attack of nucleophile will occur. When I told you that the intermediate carbocation will be formed in SN1 reaction. So, we know that when carbocation is formed, that carbocation is having a planar structure. It means the coming nucleophile in the second step of the reaction can attack from front side, from back side, it is having equal chance. Okay. What happened? Okay. Now, I am talking about SN1 reaction. Okay. What happened if it attack from the front side? If it attack from the front side, okay, front side means Cl will be removed, it will leave after taking its electron. This carbon become positive charge, okay, intermediate carbocation will be formed. After that, that hydroxyl group will be having chance from the attacking front side or the back side, okay, because intermediate carbocation is having a planar structure at that time sp2 hybridized. Okay. If attack coming from the front side, okay, means the OH group will join at the same place where the chlorine group was. Okay. It means no change of configuration occur, we have got R2-butanol as a product. Okay. Again you can see there the first priority given to this, second is there, third is there, okay, and the rotation is clockwise, means R isomer. So, at that time if attack comes from the front side by a nucleophile, then retention of configuration by the product will be formed in the same configuration as the substrate was. Okay. Now, what happen if this OH will attack from the back side, okay, attack from the back side. So, you can imagine that it will not go at the same place where chlorine was. Okay. So, here it is coming from the back side. Now, give the priority 1, 2 and 3 rotation. Now, the rotation is anti-clockwise, means S configuration is there, it means inversion of configuration. Now, the third possibilities attack from both side, means front और back simultaneously, एक साथ front से भी attack हो और back side से भी attack हो. What happens? We have got R configuration, we have got S configuration and equal possibilities will be there to attack from the front side as well as the back side. It means 50% possibility is there that isomer R isomer will be formed and 50% probability is that S isomer will be formed. Okay. At that time we have got the racemic mixture as a product. Okay. So, racemization occur. So, I have given you the example of SN1 reaction, SN1 reaction. Okay. Now, how these can happen? Okay. Three possibilities are there: retention of configuration, inversion of configuration, and racemization. Backside attack will give inverted product, front side attack will give product will retention of configuration, and if the nucleophile attack from back side as well as the front side, we have got the racemic mixture as a products. Okay. So, this type of reaction can be possible at the chiral carbon, and you know that there this carbon is chiral because it is having 4 different groups. Now, one by one inversion of configuration, one by one we will see inversion of. Now, I am talking about the SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction, suppose like this. In SN1 reaction, the intermediate carbocation was formed. Okay. Intermediate carbocation was formed as an intermediate. The coming nucleophile in the second step have the equal opportunity to attack from the front side as well as the back side, but in SN2 reaction we know that it is a concerted one step reaction. Concerted one step reaction, although there are there will be a formation of transition state. Okay. So, you can see I am taking example of S-bromobutane. Okay. So, here you can see this carbon is optically active. Okay. One nucleophile is there that is Cn minus nucleophile है, पॉजिटिव चार्ज को ढूंढेगा जुड़ने के लिए. Okay. Now, when it will attack this particular carbon as per the SN2 mechanism, this is a concerted step, means the leaving group will left and the coming nucleophile attack at the same time. Okay. So, you can predict that if bromine is going and it is attacking at the same time, so there is no way that this particular nucleophile can attack from the front side. It has to attack from the back side because there is no chance or no space from the front side to attack. Okay. So, as I said you that both the step are taking place simultaneously. So, there is a formation of transition state. Okay. In transition state, there is a formation of partial bond in between, because bromine or any other leaving group is leaving, the nucleophile is coming attacking. So, there is a state where both leaving group and the attacking group are in close contact with the carbon, chiral carbon. Okay. So, there is a formation of partial bond in between the chiral carbon and the leaving group as well as the coming nucleophile. So, coming nucleophile and the leaving group is having a slightly negative charge and the carbon is having slightly positive charge because of that in transition state. Okay. And you can see there is no chance for any nucleophile to attack from the front side, because bromine is still there in the close proximity of the carbon. Okay. So, it is not possible for that particular nucleophile to coming from the front side, it has to attack from the back side. When it attack from the back side, you can see there that configuration at chiral carbon will be inverted. Okay. From the S-bromobutane, we have got R2-methyl butane nitrile as a product, and you can easily consider configuration. How? So, first probability will be given to this molecule, okay. Second given to this, 3 this and 4 this, okay. And very easy to calculate. So, you know the sequence rule already. by which you can easily find out the configuration. So, in SN2 mechanism you can see there inversion of configuration occur. Okay. Now, the second is racemization of the configuration means we are having a particular pure enantiomer as a product, sorry, as a substrate, and after the reaction we have got the reaction mixture. Okay, racemization occur. So, many reaction will display neither clean or total inversions or clean intentions configurations. Such reactions are called the racemization. Racemization, now you please remember that, you please understand that racemization can be complete racemization or the partial racemization. Okay. How? As I told you, for example, this reaction you can see we are having R isomer of 3 bromo 2 3 dimethyl pentane. Okay. We are having R isomer of 3 bromo 2 3 dimethyl pentane. Okay. And it will go through the SN1 reaction mechanism. SN1 reaction mechanism. Okay. So, as I told you, SN1 reaction mechanism occur into two steps. In the first step, preparation of carbocation will be formed. Here you can see. In the second step, the nucleophile will attack on the carbocation. So, first step is slow, and we know that carbocation is a planar. So, when this planar carbocation which we are having means this group and this group is now in the same plane. Okay. When all the groups are in the same plane, then coming nucleophile will have the chance to attack from the back side, from the front side or from the back side. It means it has the equal opportunity to attack from the front side or the from the back side. Now, just imagine if the nucleophile attack largely from the front side because of many reasons. Suppose I will tell the reason, what can be the reason. For example, because of any reason the coming nucleophile attack from the front side. Okay. Then as you know that already discussed about that, the configuration will be retained, product will be formed with the same configuration, means R isomer will give R isomer as a product. If this nucleophile will attack from the back side because of any reason, okay, predominantly, that at that time inversion of configuration occur, means the R isomer as a substrate will give the S isomer as a product. What happen if 50 possibilities are there, it means equal opportunity are there for a nucleophile to attack. It means 50% this form, 50% this form. So, two possibilities are there. If attack will occur in equal quantity from the front side as well as the back side. Okay. At that time complete racemization occur. Complete racemization occur means we are getting the product as equimolar quantity of S isomer as well as R isomer. If because of many reason OH can attack from either of side, means front side or the back side. Suppose it will have more chance to attack from the front side, then it is quite natural that particular product will R configuration will be formed predominantly. At that time we will call it as partial racemization. Okay. Now, the third is retention of configuration, means we have got the product with the same configuration as we are using the substrate. Okay. So, this is the least common type of reaction. When a product maintain the same configuration as the reactant, it proceed with retention of the configuration. The product is not racemized, since the slow CO bonds breaking and the fast chlorine attack do not allow the cation to achieve planar or achiral thesis. So, you can see Very simple. Here is alcohol, okay. 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, 2 butanol is there, it is reacting with sulfonyl chloride, it is reacting with the sulfonyl chloride. So, what happened actually? You can see this chlorine with hydrogen will be removed as a HCl. At that time these two molecules are in the close proximity, okay. After which what happen? This bond will be broken, okay, and this particular molecule will be isolated from there as a negative charge species, okay, while this carbon is having the positive charge, because this oxygen is going away by taking its electrons, okay. This is the first step. In the second step, what is happening? Now this chlorine is again approaching towards this carbon, and chlorine is coming to again to that particular carbon at the same place. So, the same configuration which we are having in the starting of the reaction in the substrate, the product with the same configuration will be produced in the reaction, means chlorine are joined at the same place where hydroxyl group are there in the substrate. So, at this in this way the product will remain the same configuration as in the substrate. Now, the second type's reaction involves, the reaction does not involve the chiral atoms. Okay. Typically, if bonds directly to the chiral atoms are not broken or formed during the reaction, the configuration will remain unchanged. Okay. Please listen, if bonds directly to the chiral atoms are not broken or formed, मीन्स chiral एटम से जुड़ा हुआ जो बॉन्ड है वो ना बन रहा है ना टूट रहा है, कोई चेंज नहीं हो रहा है, एट दैट टाइम द कॉन्फिगरेशन विल रिमेन unchanged. As you can see there is S2 butoxide, okay. S2 butoxides, negative charge is there on the oxygen, it is reacting with methyl iodide, and you can see there S configuration of substrate will yield the S configuration in the product as a S2 methoxyethane. Okay. Iodine will be removed and it will combine with some other metal. For example, we are having sodium 2 butoxide. So, iodine will go to the combined with, so that sodium metals. The 4 bonds on to the carbon atoms are unchanged and the configuration is same. No effect, no change is taken place because no bond is broken or formed. Just this CH3 plus will be joined on that particular oxygen. That is the only thing which is going on this particular reaction. Now, reaction that generated new chiral center, it is a third type. So, lot of reaction form new chiral atoms, yet a chiral reactant will always produce racemic mixture since there is no chiral control. Okay. At that type of reaction, we have to do the asymmetric inductions. Okay. So, this is the use of optically active reagents or catalyst to convert the achiral reactants into the chiral products. We can also use chiral auxiliary, we can also use circularly polarized light as we have discussed in the last lecture. So, by 4 means we can induce the asymmetricity in the reaction. First is optical activity, chiral catalyst, chiral reagents, chiral substrate, or you can also use circularly polarized light. Okay. We can also use enzyme, asymmetric enzymes. So, enzymes are specifically used for this type of transformation. Hydrogen is selectively delivered from one phase to give only one enantiomer. Similar reagents can be achieved in the lab using the chiral catalyst or reagents. We have discussed about that in the last lecture. You can also see that lecture for the reference. Now, chiral carbons can also having some directing effects, okay, in the reaction. If there is already a chiral atom in the molecules, it is possible that the stereochemistry around the atom can influence or direct a reagent to have a preferred direction of attack. How? For example, the platinum catalyzed hydrogenation of 2-methoxycyclopentane gives 2 products. The major product is C2-methyl cyclopentanol, the minor is the trans isomer. How? because the hydrogen attack from the least hindered site in that particular reaction. The two phases of attacks are not the same, since the methyl group strictly hindered one phase. The chiral carbon atoms communicate this chirality to the new center. So, very simple, because one site is hindered because of the presence of some methyl groups, it is only possible to attack from the another. So, because of that, the chirality or you can say that stereochemistry of the chiral atom can influence the configuration of the product. So, this is all about the reaction of chiral carbon, and I hope that you understood in very well manner. So, thank you students, thank you so much, take care.